We're in Amsterdam at the Tobacco Theater at the crypto economy event, and we're here with quite an interesting crypto fund. Alex, could you please introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, my name is Alex. I represent the Intercrypt.Fund, and we are here to look for great ICO projects. I really enjoyed the event. And thanks for having me.
So did you see some interesting ICOs here?
I did see a lot of interesting ICOs. I feel like ICO market right now is obviously booming, but you really have to look closely for projects that you feel have the potential. A lot of projects right now, they want to do an ICO, but they have really no idea what they're doing. They have no idea why they need the money. So there's projects that are raising hundreds of millions and they really don't need that much. So it's a difficult job to identify the projects that are good, that are capable of producing value, and the one that you can make some profits on.
Yeah, actually, you said a very interesting thing, like the most interesting projects are actually the ones that need less money.
Yeah, for sure. Based on our statistics that we conducted, the best projects that gave the most returns collected way less funding. Like, for example, let's take Omisa Go. They started in 2017 and they collected only a few millions. Right now they're worth billions. So obviously the less the project gathers, the more potential it has to get bigger returns.
You were one of the investors in Omisa Go?
We did have a chance to invest. We didn't get into the ICO because obviously it was very private. Just like all the ICOs right now, if the ICO is very good, it's always very private unless you go into the public ICO, which is always low allocation. It's hard to get in. Again, you have to go through whitelists, you have to go through KYCs, you have to sometimes go through lotteries, and eventually if you are the lucky person, you still get like 1 Ethereum that you can invest. So it gets harder and harder to invest into a good project.
All right. Maybe we can paint a picture of your fund, because you're located in Canada, but regulated in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, so we do our operations in Canada. Our offices are based in Canada for the legal reasons, and for collecting funds we have set up like a fund in Cayman Islands. And yeah, I feel like it's better practice because you never know what's going to happen in Canada. You never know how the rules are going to change. One day ICOs can be banned in Canada and we might face some legal actions against us. So it's always better to have some kind of offshore company somewhere else so that you can secure yourself from all these troubles.
Yeah. And what kind of trends? I mean, a dominant trend is of course the private sale gets sold out very quickly. Do you see some other trends? It's interesting, the ICO market is picking up while the real market is bearish.
Yeah, it's very interesting because the ICOs right now are collecting way more funding than they used to in 2017, even though the price of Bitcoin dropped so much. So what's that telling us is that people are very interested in ICOs, and it's mainly due to the newcomers like venture capitalists and other institutional money that based on the 2017 statistics, where some ICOs gave crazy returns like 10x, 20x, 30x. It's not going to happen. I don't feel like it's going to happen right now. I feel like the returns are going to be much lower. And for some projects right now, for many ICOs right now, they're negative. Like there are ICOs that are coming out with negative 10x, so people are losing 10 times their value. And some ICOs can't even get on the exchange, so people just have tokens that are worth nothing.
All right, so the market is quite slow, and on the one hand, maybe can you tell, you're also quite focused on the Asian market. Maybe you can tell something about what kind of trends do you see in the Asian market?
Okay, so from my perspective, a lot of very high potential ICOs come from Asian markets, and the problem is that Asia is very close. So if you want to be part of their community, you have to be very active there. So for people from Europe, for people from Canada, from US, they don't really have the resources or the time to actually go in Asia and partner with anyone. But ICOs from Asia are very powerful. There's a lot of money in Asia, a lot of funds are in Asia, because we have Bitmain that's operating like almost half of Bitcoin mining right now. They're very active into ICO investments. They have partnerships with everyone. So obviously when ICO is collecting money, they really want to market themselves towards Asian market, because there's a lot of money there and a lot of potential.
Maybe you have a few interesting Asian ICOs, or even just ICOs you want to share with the public?
For sure. So one of the ICOs, the ICO already finished, is Edenchain, or it's the founder actually calls it Edenchain. I feel like it's a very good blockchain. Some people are saying that it's Korean icon. So I feel like for people who weren't able to get in the ICO, I feel like it's going to be a very good pickup on the exchanges. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, but I just feel like it has a very good potential. Also, the other Asian ICOs, I would say Perlin is very good, but again, they're very private. And also Vite is the third one. They're all very good, very high potential, a lot of partnerships, a lot of traction, and the team is very good.
All right, so maybe for the viewers, what are the names again? So you have
Edenchain, Vite, and Perlin. Yeah, so right now I'm pretty sure if you're an ICO investors, you already know them. Like, they're very big names. They're gathering popularity. Vite, they're not doing an ICO. They're doing an airdrop. So I recommend you register, and hopefully you'll be the one, the lucky one, to get some of the tokens for free.
All right. Now, thank you very much, Alex. And do you do some active trading yourself, or just?
We do some risk management. Like sometimes when we get profits, we turn a percentage of it into fiat. We also do a little bit of trading based on the trend. So obviously the best strategy is to sell low. Buy low, sell high. Unfortunately, some people are doing exactly the opposite. I just want to tell people, so when the market is down, guys, don't get scared. Like, if you bought at a high, don't get scared. Don't panic. Don't sell at negative 10x, because everything might reverse and you can still make some money.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex, for your time.
Thank you so much.
All the best with investing in ICOs.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Right.